Before any competition, the first thing you should do is just set your table out in an orderly manner. Think about what you're going to use, what you may need, and don't overclutter your table. The judge is looking for a nice clean working area. So we've got the piece of meat they've given us, which in this case is a knuckle or a thick flank of beef. I have the tools I need, and I have a tray for my separation of fat, silvers and any lean trim. Before you start putting a knife into the piece of meat, you just need really to check it over first, just to make sure that you don't, like for here instance, there is a deep cut. Now that's been done at the factory, and the last thing you want is to be blamed for that and losing points. So if you see any bad butchery, deep incisions or bruises, bring that attention to the judges first so that they can make a note and you don't get penalised for it. So it's important you check the product before you start. So as I say, this is a knuckle or a thick flank of beef, and we want to break this down into individual muscles. I like to use the weight of the meat to work for me, so I work down onto the product. So for instance, I see here this meat on top of fat and then silver underneath. So I'm going to work my way down rather than cut bits off and then have to trim further. So it's a matter of working my way through. It also allows the judge to see that you're organised in what you're doing. If you've got 4 trays, it's fine. If you've only got 1, use the corners so that you're actually separating the trim. And it's also important that when you're trimming, you trim thoroughly so that you don't have to revisit any of your trim a second time. Because once you put product into a tray, it's telling the judge that you're happy for them to judge it. The judge will not know that you want to come back into this tray and trim it at a further stage. So instead of keep turning this over, I'm just going to work over this surface area first before going round further. So now I'm onto the thick silver gristle. So it's a matter of getting underneath it and just skinning nicely and lightly under the silver, over the meat, taking as much as I can. If there's a little bit of meat on it, just spend a little time to scrape. Don't just throw it into the trim tray, because judges will go through that trim at the end of the competition. And just scrape it as I go along as well, so I get all the ragged edges and bits out the way so it looks nice and tidy as the judge comes round. This is attached to this muscle here. So again, I just need to clean off membranes or connective tissues. This here is a bit of bone sheath where it's been boned out and the bone sheath's been left on. So that goes into our silvers. It can be very fibrous, you don't want to be putting that into the mince. But then any small ragged edges we just clean off and put into our trim. Right, now when I'm happy that I've cleaned that underside, I can see the seam there and I can see the seam here. So what I want to do now is take all this off, knowing that I've cleaned the underside. So I'm going to be using the point of the knife, working down along the edge of that muscle, and I'll be scraping onto the silver of the muscle below it. So just taking a little bit of care to scrape over that silver. I don't want to damage the muscle I'm removing, and I certainly don't want to damage the muscle underneath. The judges are looking for nice, clean, careful work. Notice I'm not doing large cuts or scrapes because you have to follow the muscle. It might change direction as you're working. It might have a bit of fat that goes off in another direction. As you can see, we've done all that and we haven't cut any meat, but we're still following through the natural seam. Now this is where it just separates slightly with a bit of fat that runs through the centre. So first of all is lifting that bit of fat out. Any lean that comes with it I just trim off. Now this underlying muscle can sometimes all come off in one piece, or the way it's been boned out may come off in two separate pieces. But as long as you keep them together for the judges, so you can see it's very tight there, but if I finish trimming that with the fat off, it may end up as two pieces. But we need to keep this all together in a finished block. Thick silvers now we can see very clearly. These need to be skinned off. So we'll keep that to one side for a moment. Continue cleaning this muscle. Side of the knife. You see the extent of that silver gristle, so it needs to be fully removed. Check the other side. Any little ragged edges. And there's a second piece. And then finally we just need to finish off this bit of muscle. The judges won't mind you scraping lean off, but they will mind you leaving the meat actually on the gristle. So as long as you're seen removing it, if you do take a little bit of lean off, it's not the end of the day. Don't be tempted to square everything up. The judges are looking for natural shaped muscles. Let's have a quick wipe around so we haven't got little bits migrating onto the main block. So again, we've still got external and internal. I want to clean off the inside. So again, I can see fat is on top of silver. So my next job is to trim off the fat first from the inside of this muscle block. Again, I don't want to be digging in, because I'll be able to get to that once I separate the muscle. So it's just taking visual surface fat off at the moment. So all the time I'm working down from one to the other. So fat's coming off the silver, then the silver will come off the meat. Now at this point I have two muscles. I find it easier to turn that over now and remove any of the fat first before separating them finally into two, because again I'm using the weight of the muscle to help me it not moving all over the table. Happy that I've done most of that. I can now start skinning off the outside and then separating. So it's whatever you find easy to do first. So I'm going to take off the silvers from the underside. So it's again nice clean strokes, soft strokes, that you're just trying to remove the silver gristles. Before moving on, I just make sure that the surface of this is finished. The thick silver I'm leaving them there for the moment. So now I'm going to turn over, and it's probably at a good point now that I separate this muscle from the cap muscle. You can see the line. I need to follow that line with tip of the knife and the side of the knife, so that we just glide over the silver on the muscle below. So it's more of a scraping action than cutting. So you can glide over that silver. You might just need to position it so you let the muscle work for you. So we're just scraping along that silver carefully, not to damage the muscle above or the muscle below. So using the top point of the knife and the side of the blade, just carefully scraping down over that silver. Just checking as well that you're still on that seam, then that is your two separated. So if we work on the outside cap first, just scrape across where we've trimmed that off. So now it's just a matter of trimming any excess connective tissue and fat. Important to take these little bits off as well, because if it's glaring into the judge's eye, it's the first thing he sees. So don't give them that opportunity to knock points off you. When you're happy, then it's just a matter of turning that over and finishing off the outside. So again, it's a matter of removing this thick silver gristle, point of the knife under the thickest part, and then lifting up and just nicely skinning off as much as you can at a time. Again, just finally checking over that we've removed everything, no deep incisions, slashes or deep marks, and that's our side cap muscle. And then finally that leaves us with our centre or bullet. So again, we just need to work around this to remove the thick silver gristle. Smooth the meat down, it's easier to get under the silver. If you see fat going in, don't be tempted to start digging in, otherwise it leads you into making big deep incisions. You just have to removing the surface fat, and there's our core muscle. What we can do as well is separate this into two muscles, because we have a thick silver gristle running in. But that was the incision we noticed at the beginning that had been made in the factory. So we have to take that into account, but we're going to be working above and below that silver gristle. So again, it's just getting the knife across the top of that silver and scraping alongside that gristle, and this will separate the center core or bullet muscle into two pieces. Or you may wish just to sake out the center core and leave the two still attached, because you might be using this muscle in your competition as a piece of meat for stuffing. Final check, remove any ragged bits, just tidy that up for the judge. So no incisions, no deep cuts, pockets. So that is our knuckle seamed into the three main muscle groups: the center core or bullet, the side cap, and the underlying muscles that we separate into three. And to finish off, we just check that we've got our lean trim, our fat, and our silver gristles. And that is our knuckle of beef or thick flank, fully seamed into its individual muscles.